everybody. Last stream was terrible. I had to go help out with food. I didn't know it'd be a whole hour that I left with. Y'all can meme the hell out of it, cause I don't deserve y'all. Oh my goodness. Okay, so name is Salas. All part of the thing on Space Choice family. Who I talk to about a power?
Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer?
Depends on work. You offer me a job, I do what I want. That's the wrong person. I'm not interested.
Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see?
Ooh. You want me to collect what's owed to you? I can do that. Oh my goodness. I just met this man. No? You make me pay for their own graves? Why can't you collect these fees yourself? Let me ask you about something else. I'm sure you figure out something. Excuse me. No, I'm not about to do the last one. But, you make me
company
pay their own
policy.
graves?
If it was up to me, I'd put the whole town 10 feet under, free of charge.
Why can't you collect them yourself?
Quotas, mostly. Got a backlog of graves to fill. Bodies won't bury themselves, you know?
Fair enough. Never mind that. Let me ask you something else. Alright, I collect your fees for you. I just known this man. That's good for an ally, but geez, that's kind of quick.
Workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little.
Why is he? You guys are where can I find these people? I'll be back. Okay, so now I got a side quest. Here we go. Now I gotta find these people, so why is he a special case?
He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up.
Oh, okay. So where could I find
Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad. Yeah?
This time must be pretty bad if it keeps you employed. You lose a lot of jobs somewhere else. Have you heard any news about Hope? How long have you been this? Yeah, how long? I want to know.
Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the 1... all my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees. Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards.
What are they after? The loot?
Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, company's gonna duck my pay.
Ooh.
You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds.
You really got brainwashed.
Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed.
Oh my god. Okay, I should go. Can I talk to you? The cannery must be a bad place to work at.
He's working at the cannery. Huh? What? I wasn't moving on. Huh? What?
Same thing then. Well, I can't say all, because it just did two. You better be racist, but, why in the heck do I sell my gun out? Can I just put it up or something? I'm sneezing in this heat. What's wrong with me? What does L1 do? Oh yeah, that's hell. I can't do that much. No. No. Can I just put my gun down? Looks like I'm ready to shoot anybody and everybody. That's not it. Hello? You trade the best now to rest. Space Trader's Choice. Welcome, Junior. Enter. Message. Inventory logs. Exit. What's this? Nothing. Burial invoice. Return to room. Password acquired. Hack 1. Bypass. Nope. Steal pet pills. I'm not about to steal. Cause, no. Bypass. Start. Ooh, I'm gonna need this to steal. I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need that. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna need that. That's closed. I'm gonna need that. I don't feel bad. What did I do? A pacifist route? Like, honest marauders need to die, but what did I do? At least a pacifist route in this game, and then maybe if I make another character, I can do normal. I mean, that whole story. I still feel bad for Ada because she's a sentient being. She looked like she was close to him at least. Get temporary bonuses for your skills. Oh. So level's not gonna be that hard, but still, why can't I put my gun down? Corporate guard.
Spacer's Choice takes care of its own. Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler.
Got it. There's a barbershop. Oh, there you are, I think.
Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness.
Lawful good or lawful bad? Relax, I'm clean. Do your haircuts usually come in free lectures?
So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment.
Okay, I'm looking to repair my friend's Socio, collect me for your dues, and my arrange for what or goodbye.
A ship? Dear me. You seem to have lost the ability to distinguish between reality and fantasy. This is what happens when you let your imagination run wild. I don't approve of fantasizing. It's a dreadful habit, corrosive to the mental faculties. You ought to let the vicar take a look inside your head.
Oof, okay, so... Damn, never
Go ahead.
mind. See, pretty excited about your place.
Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here.
Oh, Braywater.
I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started. Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions.
You mean you're broke? I couldn't understand a word you said.
As broke as pie crust, friend. Bitless, indigent, destitute.
Ooh.
I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
I don't care, babe. No, I'm not gonna be that rude. Have very little definition of word prosperity. That's some quality drama. You should do audition. Hey, that was
I
the
have to
hardest
be,
one.
if only to prepare myself for my inevitable dressing down at the hands of corporate. Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies.
Hang on, medical right? Just give us all IOU.
Some time ago, I fell ill with the plague. By the grace of the law, and through my own hard work, I'd proven worthy of treatment. Frankly, I don't imagine I'll earn that right a second time. The barber work hasn't been profitable, you see. I've had to keep this old place running with my own savings.
Ooh. I don't have time for this. No, just...
Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers! No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions.
I'll let you know if I think of anything.
Much obliged.
He's a nice man. He don't deserve this. Like, he's actually nice. Hold on. I don't deserve that. I can't believe you actually have to do that. Resident. I wonder how many friends I can make, like, literally.
Have you rations yet?
Yep. 2 whole cans of salt tuna.
Wow. That's low. Those are the little salty cans. This must be the bar.
You read the latest report?
Only the part that said we ain't making our quotas.
Still, no, I know, but still, she right
Only
there. Can I
McDevitt.
talk to you?
I don't know you.
Hey. Lie. No, I'm not about to lie. I will go
Amelia Kim, Spacer's Choice Beverage Dispenser. I don't know what you're about, but this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here.
So you're not gonna serve me a drink? Something's going on here that I should know about. Well, fine establishment it is. Could've fooled me. I see a lot of drunken slobs and one ugly bartender. Oh, I'm not gonna go savage. That's wrong. I just seen her. I'm gonna go with charm.
You really think so? That's kind of you. I've been trying to keep the floors clean. You got no idea how long it takes to scrub the tiles.
I've been working.
Guess I misreckoned you. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be curt. We just got some problems lately. I can get you a drink if you'd like. Gotta ask you to enjoy your beverage within the premises, though. Can't risk you bringing a drink over to those deserters. You understand.
Okay, fine by me was on tip. What's this about deserters?
Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you?
Have a drink trade. I would like to read. Oh, talk to Reed. I just feel like chatting. I actually want to be
Go
a
ahead.
friend because she's actually nice. So
I
what's your
don't see how
story?
that's any of your business.
Damn. Okay, I'm not trying to judge you. Just curious. No need to be rude. Oh damn, I can't even persuade. I'm not that close.
And there's no need for you to pry either.
I was just asking. I told you I just got a shot into first by crazy scientists.
Coming right up.
ZOG Brew, your favorite flavors. Oh my god, that song's gonna be stuck in my head with this name. Main space alcohol. Ingredients all water. Plated pure water. So our energy juice, coffee, lasts about 30 seconds. Last 30 seconds. Last 30 seconds. Just add air. Never mind though. Nice talking to you. At least for a bit. Like, damn. Can I talk to you again?
Oh, I almost forgot. I'm contractually obligated to recite company slogans to any visitors. You tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's Choice. Do you now? And what makes you think Mr. Thompson wants to talk to you? He's a busy man.
Whoa.
You want to talk to Mr. Thompson, try ignoring your duties. He'll summon you up to that great big tower atop the cannery, and you'll get yourself a proper dressing down.
Say that like it's a good thing. There was something else I want to ask you.
It is a good thing. If you're not pulling your weight, you don't deserve to live here. Simple as that.
Damn.
Go ahead.
What if I told you I got a shot? I was wondering if you know anything about
The Hope? No, I've never mixed a drink by that name. I could get you a rum and something if you like. Wait, no, never mind. We're all out of something. You feeling a bit flushed? Look, why don't you go set yourself down in the corner before you get all tangle-footed?
I'm not drunk. I don't know anybody else made it all. Hope's out there somewhere with 100,000 other colonists.
Would you keep your voice down? You're gonna get the whole cantina written up. The Hope's folklore, all right? 60, 70-year-old folklore by now. The board don't approve of spreading seditious rumors and falsehoods.
So the Hope is
You're inviting
folk.
trouble talking that way, and I don't want a part of it.
Oh shoot. You sound scared. I should go. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get you in trouble. The Hope is folklore, okay, so there's no hope for these people. They really think it's okay to live in these conditions. They think it's okay to actually have grave fees. They think it's okay for all this. Oh my goodness, they've been in here for so long.
Been eating nothing but salt tuna for a year.
Yeah.
Just the way it goes, I suppose.
Y'all don't even know what's in that stuff. Oh my goodness, just, I'm about to, no. Saltita, why you try to act like it's just a bitch? Oh, nope, I'm not using terminal. Elevator. I can't stop this thing. Oh, there you are.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Sorry, stuffy nose.
I'm Reed
Hey,
Thompson,
Reed, I need to talk to
Outpost
you.
Administrator. I cannot help but notice you are not in uniform.
Uniform? What are you talking about? I don't work for Spacer Choice. I think you may have the wrong idea.
Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Okay. My ship needs repaired. I'm looking for I don't plan to stay long.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. Power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Let's hear. Frying myself? Let me guess. You want me to do something for you before
My
you
proposition
help me?
benefits the both of us. Please, hear me out.
Nah, I'll go straight to the
There's
point.
a
I
power
already know.
regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the botanical district over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
Hold it. Something I need to do. What a surprise. Never would have guessed. Don't think these people will take kindly to losing powders. Mean marauders? They aren't people. Okay, I'm seeing something else.
The people living in the botanical labs. They're deserters. Former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home. My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Alright, I'll see that. How will I recognize
Adelaide's
her?
older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her
Would you,
camp looks to her
Kylie?
for leadership.
working as a lifetime for a reason, though. Asking me to cut over to an entire community. Yeah, that's kind of wrong. What if Ellie doesn't want to come back, though? I mean, he must.
That reason was me. I asked too much and pushed too hard. But I am ready to make amends if they are willing to return to the fold. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
Well, at least they're actually trying to be nice.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Oh my goodness. I sure use
Great.
company.
I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Engine tape?
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Let's get going then. Lead the way. Yeah. I'm glad to actually have her, because if he's actually making amends, and this place is already going to heck already, like, you have grave fees, you got people that gotta pay them before they're even dead. That's cruel on its own. But you got people that are so used to stuff that they don't know what's in it. I mean, hot dogs, that makes sense, but saltine cans? That's, no, it's not even fish. I know this from music videos. That stuff is not canned fish. That is not canned tuna. That is something else. Something else you shouldn't even have in your body. They're so used to all this. Like, no, this is something you should not get used to. This is like a toxic relationship. You need to get out. But if he's making amends, that's a good start. Like, if they're actually trying to work together, that's a good start. That's good. I'm glad getting a companion, because I'm gonna need some help. Story or not, I'm gonna need some help. Somehow I cannot shoot, still. Get a companion. These characters join you in adventures to help in variety of ways. They can provide combat support. Their skills enhance yours and increase your carrying capacity. Oh snap, she can carry stuff. You can unlock special companions, combat abilities with inspiration skills. So I need more of those.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Ah, dang, got it. Alright then. There you go.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Dang, all the way out. Got it. I'm kinda happy though. Now I got someone that can help me. This seems really important too.
Hey, ma'am, can we talk? Sorry.
Of course.
Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
I need both sides, so... This is about deserve, so what? Yeah, he didn't.
He ain't a liar. He believes every word he says. It's just, he doesn't always get where other folk are talking from.
Sorry.
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
Oh my god. Can't blame anyone for me since this town got issues, yeah. How do you know? You work with them or your friends? Yeah.
I don't know anybody well. I mostly listen to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident.
Do you know this idiot?
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place.
It's okay,
Life's hard here. especially for them that don't fit in so well. We're one big Spacer's Choice family, but every family's got the one the rest whisper about. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
What's gonna hurt will stop by. Worse. What do we need to talk to him about? Flipping a switch in your power mill? Where would I find him?
The mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it, on account of it being the only clean thing.
Oh.
Thanks, ma'am. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it.
Yup.
That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Aww. I think her dad died. Oops. Almost bumped into someone. Okay, so where's the optional? Where's the Porsche? Like, oh, there he is. Come on, let's go. Ain't about to run all the way with her. That sounds stupid. Like running and then you gotta get this CPU behind you. No, that's the dumbest thing I've heard. Behind over here somewhere. 5, 4, 4, 5. Wait, is it exactly this building? How do you get in this building then? It's exactly in here. So did I miss the entrance? I missed the entrance entirely. Wow.
I've always felt weird in here. It's too clean.
Hey, Victor. I need to talk to you.
Yes, what is it? You're an outsider. Fantastic. Vicar Maximilian de Soto at your service. Or Vicar Max, if you're the sort who prefers brevity. And Ms. Holcomb as well. How rare to see you out. And with a complete stranger. Curious.
Just tagging along, Vicar de Soto. Don't mind me.
I so rarely get new people to talk to. Name your poison, anything at all. Spiritual counseling, this season's tossball predictions, the quickest way out of town.
Oh, some people want to talk to you about what Reed asks us to do.
But what? I thought you would talk to him.
You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked her to do?
Fix the government plant, cut the power.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife.
I'm not about to...
I can see why that troubles you.
Yeah, I'm not about to lie.
Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
Oh. So, what do you think of the group?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons. Does that strike you as a responsible life choice?
Depends on how well of a leader can provide beyond your walls. I'm mad I can't do this because that sounds... Right, great, can we wrap this up? I'm not about to say it like that. I wish I could do intelligence because that's my thought right there. That depends on how well you can provide. Like, if you're good, if you are a solid leader, and no one will actually leave you. Like, if everything's solid and good, then no one will leave your side. If you're a legit person.
Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible.
Yes.
Then you should bring everyone together.
Yes.
Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold.
Why though? I mean, is that even possible? Right, just talk to everybody into coming together. Keep that in mind. Sounds like I'm a work cut out. This has been a waste of time. Man, it sounds like a waste of time. Like, no! If this place is bad and they want to leave, why y'all forcing them to come back? They should have a right to live whatever they want to live. Like, man, I wish I could do intelligence right now, because that means, like, it depends on the leader. It depends on the person who's leading everybody. Are you nice and kind? Are you a dictator saying that everything belongs to you? Like, damn.
If it were as easy as a few soothing words in the right ears, I'm sure it would have been done already. Consider it a challenge.
A A good challenge.
If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice,
Please.
be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
I already thought it wasn't safe. Now you're making me shoot. Been outside in that press and I can handle myself better than a big car. I'm not about to say that. That's rude.
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
A handsome sum and more. Why would a victor be after a banned heretical book? I suddenly want to burn it. Man.
What? No, I don't want to burn it. I would never. I mean, I just want to... Look, I have a very simple goal here.
Look more and
I
get
just
the
want to
trick
keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information to fall into public consumption.
Make a compelling argument because I've seen and heard. Yeah, it won't go well. Seems to me the authorities will be interested to hear after this convention ban text. I need to know a little bit more about this book before I even agree to this, man.
It's a handwritten journal. A faded blue cover with the name M'Bakono handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos. Not many in this colony could understand its true value, should they ever read it.
That do make sense. One second left. I'm not sure running errands. No, I'm interested in running errands. I'll look
Thank
at
you.
that book.
If you retrieve it, you can always find me here.
Gladly. Like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. You okay?
Yeah, huh?
I noticed you mentioned your dad a lot, but never your mom. You mentioned something earlier. Can I ask you about it?
You mean about the mission being too clean?
Well, it's supposed to be clean. It is a church.
I know, but Vicker says the universe is a machine, that it runs by law. Real machines have gunked up oil, scratches, and worn bits. You can tell they've seen handling, been used by folk. The machine Vicker sees is one ain't never been run. It's not for people to live in. It's something on a museum shelf, under glass.
Oh. Hey, mechanic, whenever you see a machine in these things, I'm not gonna say that. That's a need. That is so wrong. No. His idea, not what we live in, but what we strive for. And why you want to talk to him? Never been much of a religion.
It just comes off cold to me, is all.
Yeah. Then let's get back. Oh, yeah, so
Where are we headed?
Yeah.
That's on account of how I never met her.
Oh my god. How's that possible?
She was in another division of the Spacer's Choice family. She worked in the Veil a few months,
Claire,
sorting
I'm
the cannery
doing outdoors,
computers.
and I'm really into
The contract said any kids she had, expected or not, belonged to her office from the time of conception. So when I was born, I got sent here.
Oh my god. It's been a long walk with your dad. You might not have your mother. Is that normal? That's
It's sensible.
inhumane.
Dad just fixed machines. She did some kind of crazy math, high-level stuff. Better to raise me on his time than hers.
We'll talk later.
Yeah, huh?
No, nothing now. Man, I'm gonna say I'm sorry, because that sounds bad. That's all the way just horrific to me. You don't have your kids, because the minute that they're born... Ooh. These are like hell. Trying to figure out where to put my headphones at. Man, everything's going crazy today. Anyways, I'm thinking that's just straight up fricked up because kids need both mom and dad, not one or the other. And here she goes inside this place, and the minute she's born is the minute she has to then go somewhere. No way. Man, if that was reality, I think my mom would kill somebody. Shit, everybody had that. My dad too. Everybody had that. Just because one work or one day gonna stay at home, that don't mean minute contract sign you want someone else. No, they ain't having that. We are 500 miles away from the book, or we 500 miles away from the place. What's up with all this? Like, what is this plant? It looks like something from dang on Doctor Who's books. Edgewater landing pad. Grave dues. Here we go.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month.
Ooh.
I love the wind here.
Hello. Hold on. I want
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
Up to snuff? What are you babbling about? No.
I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
What in the world are you babbling
The war.
about?
The coming apocalypse. Man versus machine. I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
Ooh. Yeah, gotta watch out. No, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what you're
Just
talking about.
my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real close.
Should I blast my TV?
Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about. Firing at the birds. Orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
Is this or you need another gun? I'm up for hire. I got a question for you.
Go on.
What exactly do you do here? What do you have against
You ever seen the way a mechanical just stands there? Just looking at you. Scanning you with its murderous oculars.
You can't say I have. I'm sure it's what they're programmed to do. Can't say I have.
Pray to the law that you never do. A mechanical never forgets the face of its enemy. Our jobs. And once they have taken away our livelihoods, they will take away our very lives.
Leave the good jobs. Hello, dang on South Park. I never missed you. Though, if they need a gun.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saltuna cans, mostly. Some Spacer's chaw. Few bit cards. I'll reward you for your aid.
Oh, bless me. Proper arms, pay establishment fees, what you need done.
Enlistment fees? Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the Resistance a bad name.
So what do you need
They
done?
have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
If I'm going after this fight, I need a couple of pointers.
Mechanical's got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing.
You are, I'll let you be then. Ooh, another workbench. Hold up. Wait a minute. Got started. Kinda where am I sneezing? I want to tinker with Space Hammer's choice of a dang on hammer. I want to tinker with this thing. And tinker with this. And tinker with the shotgun. I don't have enough. That was worth it. Okay, I'm now about to get parfait up inside this place. but hold on, I still ain't talking about the fees.
Bring us honor, soldier.
Oh, never mind. Way over there. Better than nature, my butt. Shoo! Ooh. I'm sneezing way too much, man. I don't know how, Nick, I'm getting sick. Maybe because I just got done with a lawnmower and them potatoes. The last thing on stream was horrible because... Oh, it's on the other side. Whoops. Victim head anatomy. No, thank you. I'm not about to be with them anyways. I don't care about the spin acid. I'm keeping her safe. Man, just... Man, just still, I'm on that dang on parent thing. Like, that's boggling my mind. That shouldn't be normal. But it's 500 the other way. Which means I gotta go all the way over here. Hey, can she walk with me? Oh, there she is. I need to talk to you for a bit.
Something you need?
Aw, man. I can't talk to her about the loving winds. Ooh, that would have been a good character development. If we run over there, it would be a little bit faster, but still, I don't want to drag her all the way to think about grave fees. What if she has them herself? What the heck is this place? Graveyard? Oh, the junkyard. Oh, did he say there was a dago scout around here? I'm gonna do this myself. It's behind our town. The scout is around here, so I'm freaking out. Or did I hear that wrong? I think I heard that wrong. There's 3 enemies. Where else the enemies at though? No, that's actually one. No, I ain't about to hack him for the book. She will trust me after. Yeah, forget. Getting a little closer at least. Whoa, they got a little bunker? Man, this place got everything. Whoa, is that a marauder? Yup. Marauder, boom. Oh, get over here. I'm not about to let you
Inside
go.
voices.
Can you even jump up here? Damn it. Ooh, come over here, come over here. I'm not gonna let you die. Holy goodness. Get over here, get over here. Like, no. This sweet girl's not about to die.
Huh?
I'm not. Oh no.
I smell blood!
Get ready!
Crap. All the shooting games I got. Lady, are you alright? No. You're broke anyway. Come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. No! You better step away from my precious girl. Who's hurting you? Who's hurting you? Who's hurting you? Where are you? Leave her alone! Yeah, better have her. Get back here! You bitch! Alright. Are you okay? Oh, thank goodness. Hold on.
Yeah, huh?
That's right, I can't even heal her. We need to go. Like now. I'm not even looking at these people anymore. I'm like, let's go before Parfait get hurt and dies. Cause no, she's a cute innocent cinnamon roll. She don't need to die. That's not happening as long as I'm living inside this game. Oh, is that a... Oh, that's a take. Oh, that's just the take. I know, you care if I bought a passage ride, but it's gonna be neutral for me. There it is. Oh yeah, you're alright. Oh, she heals too, yes. I'm dead, but I'm gonna need your fur.
Move along, stranger. We don't want any trouble.
Oh, wait, can I talk to you? Can I talk to you?
I don't know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
What's your problem? No, I need
answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those.
No, not that. Look for geothermal plant. Reed said something about thermal workers. Don't think Miss Western would take kindly to that answer, so...
A geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide. If you're gonna start wandering around my camp, know that I got my sights on you.
Okay, where can I find
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
Oh, then let me talk. Let me hear. Y'all got problems. I just got shot in the face. You and me both try to figure out how I'm gonna repair myself. Trouble with marauders.
You don't know what enough with the questions means? No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
I'll keep an eye out.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
Let's realize that there's parts that could be in a lot of places. Don't worry, I'll
appreciate
find her.
it. Honest.
Well,
I'll tell you what I can.
Any idea
Vex
me?
If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already.
Snooping around the room, maybe marauders. How old are you?
Well, enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
You seem personable. I can't imagine how you didn't get on with her. Any ideas?
She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own.
Aww.
What is it?
Thank you. Thank you for the quest to one. Where I'm letting anyone like these people go home. This is our house. Wait, I ain't about to slip on like that. That's Adeline. So which one of these houses are Zoe's? Like, damn, we gotta search all these houses. This closed. It's open. Deserter. Hey, I want to have a talk.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Whoa. So, not even talk. I need to talk about Zoe.
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
Where's Stefan? I need questions.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
That's bad. You don't tell me nothing. I need answers. I got questions. Hello.
Oh gosh, it's so pretty.
Yeah, no junk. It was cool. I already got fruit and everything.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice. Whatever your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
She is like Toriel. She is cute. Just who are you now? I'm not here during a camp, no.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
For me, you are
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned.
We need to make pieces this year. Your house looks like you made a home for yourself.
Reed Thompson? You here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile?
Whoa,
Let's hear
hold
it.
on.
What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Eliminate that power that belongs to the town. Come back to the cannery. Be asking to consider he's willing to make amends. Something about coming back to town or losing power. I wasn't really listening.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess.
Oh, damn.
Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
B asked me to divert your power over to him. He mentioned your summer times. This is serious. I'm about to cut off your power.
You're doing this for Reed? Why?
I'm not. Hold on. You can't pass the power regular. I need to repair my ship. Seems like we're putting them or reason on our own.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater and toward our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
I'm glad we go to hear that. I'll consider it. What do you have against them? I'm not even getting mixed in. I just want heroes of you, baby. I'm leaving. No. What you have
You've
against
seen
them?
that miserable excuse for a town with your own life. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's choice throws them.
Yeah.
You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
Yeah, that's bad. Main point clearing off. I'll see what I can do. I don't like you throwing that in her face. So give me a... Yeah, I don't like that either. I'm not about to let this frisk, man. What do you have against people trying to make a living? Say it help you, what happens to Edgewater then? I don't like
I'm
that,
alright. I ain't so fragile.
That was unkind of me. I'm sorry, dear.
Yeah, you apologize and you mean it right. Okay, so what happens
Life
to
in
Edgewater?
Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
That's a good thing, man. I'll consider it. You think he's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
Oh, that is bad. Okay. I'll consider it done.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
Yeah, I'm not about to get rid of this power. I need Gmotho Master Control. No, where's... Wait, I need to talk to you about a girl that's missing. Hold on, hold on. Wait.
Anything else I can do for you?
There's a girl that's